Today we are doing 10-7, coordinate, plane, and polygons. It's going to ask you to find the perimeter and the area of a right triangle, and it's going to give you 3 points, and those are going to be the vertex points of the triangle. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to plot these points. So we're going to be over 1, for this one, we're going to be over 1, 2, 3, down 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to make a point there. Then we're going to be over negative 12, down 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we need to plot the other point, which is 3, 4. So you're going to be over 1, 2, 3, up 1, 2, 3, 4. And so now you have your triangle. So we're going to go ahead and connect our points to form a triangle. And I can't use a computer or a ruler on my tablet. So bear with me as I draw these lines here. But here is my triangle. So now I need to find out what my side lengths are. So you can look at it visually and you can count how many units you have right here. And how many units, count them this way, how many you have this way. Or you can look at your points, which I should label. So this was the point 3, 4. This is the point 3, negative 4. And this was the point negative 12, negative 4. So you can use those points to find out what your side lengths are. There's a little formula. What you're going to do is you're going to want to look for this particular, whenever it is a vertical, a horizontal line, you want to look at your x values. So you're going to subtract those, and you're going to always take the absolute value of that. So I'm going to do negative 12 minus 3, and that's really like plus negative 3. And I would get negative 15, but if you remember, it's absolute value, so this is 15 units. And if you counted, and I'll show you, you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You can do the same thing for a vertical line, except you're going to look at the y values for this particular problem when it's a vertical line. So that would be looking at 4 minus negative 4. So that's like adding 2 negatives together, so it's like adding 4 plus 4, which would give you 8. So this would be 8 units. And again, you could count that, and it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now you need to find out, in order to find the perimeter, what this length is right here. So in order to do that, you have to use Pythagorean theorem. So if you remember, Pythagorean theorem, the formula, I'll do in blue, is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So going back, looking at our triangle here, you have your a or your b. Again, these are interchangeable, and you can see visually that this is your right angle. So these are your side lengths. Again, they can be either a or b, it doesn't matter. But you need to for sure know that across from that right angle is your hypotenuse, which is your C, and you cannot mess up plugging that in. So here I'm going to plug in 8 for A and 15 for B. Like I said, I could have interchanged those and plugged in 15 for A and 8 for B. It doesn't matter. But I do need to make sure that my C squared stays where it is. So C squared, we're not sure. We're going to solve what that is. So I have 8 squared, and 15 squared. And so 8 squared is 64. 15 squared is 225. And when I add 64 and 225 together, I get 289 equals c squared. Now technically what you're doing is you're taking the square root of both sides to see what c is. I have a feeling that we skipped square roots at one point. I'm not sure if we ever went back to it, but what you need to know is you're finding two numbers that are the same multiplied together that give you 289. They're called perfect squares. So perfect squares are 4 times 4, and you get 16. So the square root of 16 is 4. So for this particular one, you want to find two numbers that when you multiply them together, they have to be the same, will give you 289. So 17 times 17 is 289. So we know that this is going to be 17, and that is going to be 17 units up here on my chart. So this is 17 units. So we can go ahead now and find the perimeter. So we have, for our perimeter, we have 15 plus 8 plus 17, and that gives us 40 units. I'll highlight that. And again, that was from our 15, our 8, and our 17 for perimeter. In order to find the area, we have our base times height. So we're going to have 15 times 8, and of course we have to multiply that by a half, so base times height times a half. And when we do that, we have 15 times 8 times 1/2, and we end up getting 60 units for our area. And so we found the area and the perimeter for this particular triangle. Here we're going to do example number 2, and it says, given two coordinate points for the vertices of a rectangle, find the other two vertices, then find the perimeter. So it's going to give you 2 points, and those are going to be 2 of the vertices of a rectangle. That means that it's 2 of the corners of the rectangle. And you have to find the other 2 corners or vertices, and once you have those, then you can find the perimeter. So the 2 points that were given is the 4, -12, and 11, 16. So we are going to go ahead and plot those points. And I'm going to do 4, -12 first. So we're over 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, down 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then we're going to plot the point 11, 16. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And I'll double check before I draw the point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Up 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, one more 16. That's why I wanted to check. Okay, so I have my 2 points, and it's hard for me to fit them on the screen at the same time, but there they are. So now you need to draw a rectangle. So again, I'm going to do this the best I can without my ruler, so bear with me. I know it has to go straight up to connect to that other point. So I got to keep going. So I'm right here. I can connect these two, and then I have to go straight back down. And connect these points. So you can look at it visually to find the side lengths, and you can look and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this would be a side length 7. I'm going to write it here, 7. And then you could count up how many you have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And it's hard for me to see where I left off, but if you kept counting up the screen all the way, you would get 28. So if you don't want to count, you can use your points. So you know that you have the point right here, which is over 11 up 16. And that is something you have to find anyways because it wants all the coordinate points. So this would be 16. You know that this point right here will be over 4 up 16. So this would be 4, 16. And then you can come back down here and you know that this point right here, which I'm going to write, is 4, negative 12. That was given. And this point right here is, if you count it over, it would be 11, negative 12. Which makes sense because these right here have to be the same. So negative 12 and negative 12 because they're on the same line here. And if you look up, you have to have 16 and 16 for it to be on the same line here. And then the 4s have to match up and the 11s have to match up. So what you would do is you could use your formula in order to find your side length, especially for this long 28 one. So what you would do is you would take your points and you want to look at your y's because you're looking at it vertically. Okay, so this is a vertical line. So you're looking at 16 and your bottom one, which we can't see on the screen now, but it's negative 12. So you're going to have 16 minus a negative 12. And that's really going to be positive 16 plus 12. And you would get 28. Again, that makes sense because we got 28 here. Same thing with your across. Looking here, now you're looking at a horizontal line, so you're looking at your x value. So you're looking at that 4 minus 11. So 4 minus 11 is negative 7, but remember it's always the absolute value, so you would get 7 units. So that's what we got below. So we have 7 and 28. So now we can find the perimeter. In order to find the perimeter, you're going to have 28 plus 28 plus 7 plus 7, and you end up getting 70. And that is your perimeter. Next, we have example number 3. It says, without graphing, determine whether the given points are collinear. And that means, is it on the same line? Is it a line? In order to do that, you're going to need to use this formula right here. If you remember, this is your slope formula. If your lines, or if your points together form the same slopes, then you know that you have a collinear line and that these points are all on the same line. So what you want to do is you're going to take 2 points. I'm going to start with the point RO. You can start with whatever one you want. But we're looking at the measurement here of RO. And you're going to, let's see if that line right there, RO. So if you look at your formula, you have y2. So you're going to plug in negative 3 minus your y1, which is 7, over 3 minus 8. Again, I'm getting that from my y2 minus my y1 over my x2 minus my x1 because I'm looking at these 2 points. So I go ahead and solve that. I get negative 10 divided by negative 5, which gives me 2. Now I'm going to find the measurement of RB. That line right there. So we're looking at R and B. So I'm going to look here, and I have 15, negative 15 minus 7, and negative 3 over, or minus 8. So I plug those in, negative 15 minus 7 over negative 3 minus 8. I end up getting negative 15 minus 7 is negative 22. And negative 3 minus 8, I get negative 11. So when I divide those, I end up getting 2. Now I'm going to do the measurement of OB. So I'm looking from O to B, so I'm going to plug that in. Negative 15 minus negative 3 over negative 3 minus 3. You get negative 12 over negative 6, which is also 2. And we can go ahead and do the last one as well. We have the measurement of RO. And we're going to plug in negative 3 minus 7 over 3 minus 8. And we get negative 10 over negative 5, which is also 2. So you know that since all of your slopes are the same, that these points all lie on the same line. So because slopes are same, they are collinear.